Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. This is Sassy Love Tarot. In today's reading, we're going to be asking Spirit all about who is coming towards you next. And the way this reading is gonna work is that I'll be using different tarot decks to answer the following questions. Well, first off, who exactly is this person who's coming towards you? And then why are they coming towards you? And most importantly, what are you meant to experience together with this person? And last but not least, before I wrap up, I will finish off with some oracle cards to see whether Spirit has any guidance and or advice for you. So if that sounds good to you, let's get through to each of your options. Option number 1 here corresponds to the Queen card along with this bottle of red agate. Option number 2 here corresponds to the Knight card along with this bottle of lapis lazuli. Option number 3 here corresponds to the Artist card along with this bottle of red jasper. And option number 4 here corresponds to the Companion card along with this bottle of citrine. As always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need a little bit more time before scrolling down to the description box to find the corresponding timestamps. Now, once you have chosen your pile or piles, you can click on the corresponding timestamps to be fast forwarded to the reading portions, or even better, if you are open to sharing your energy with me during the shuffling process, you can find the corresponding timestamps to the shuffling and preparation process for your pile or piles down in the description box as well. Now, that being said, let's get right through to your reading. Hey loves! If you have chosen the Queen card along with this bottle of red agate, then this is going to be the shuffling process for you. Welcome. Well, first of all, thank you so much for staying here and for sharing your energy with me. I do like keeping my shuffling process on camera just so that I can get some extra time to ground myself and to immerse myself into your group's energy. So, as I mentioned in the intro, the first question we're gonna address is who exactly is coming towards you? Now, let's just get right into it with some tarots. Now, Spirit, for my dear group number 1, who exactly is coming towards my dear group number 1? So we got 1 here. Let's see. And can we please have 1 more? Oops. Well, let's take this one. And next up, I'm gonna switch to a different tarot deck and answer, why are they coming towards you? Oops. There we go. Got this one here. So why are they coming towards my dear group number 1, please, Spirit? Let's take this one and this one. Yeah. I think they're all in frame. Okay. And then last but not least, what are you meant to experience with this person? For my dear group number 1, what are they meant to experience with this new person, please, Spirit? What are they meant to experience with this new person, please, Spirit? For my dear group number 1, what are they meant to experience with this new person, please, Spirit? Let's see. For my dear group number 1, what are they meant to experience with this new person, please, Spirit? It's taking a moment for the cards to come out. Okay. What? And let's see. I'll take one more. All right. So let's take this one right here. All right, so everything is nicely laid out and in frame. Well, as you can see here, all your cards are shuffled and laid out, my dear group number 1. Thank you so much for staying here. And now let's get right into your reading. Hey, group number 1, if you have chosen the Queen card along with this bottle of red agate, then this is going to be the reading portion for you. Welcome. Well, first off, let's take a look at the card that you guys were drawn to at the very beginning. We have this Queen right here, and it says, light attributes, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. And the shadow attributes are, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. And I just want to say that this Queen card is giving me a lot of Empress vibes. So this reminds me of the Empress card within tarot. And I would say right off the bat, this new person might be, they don't necessarily have to be female or identify as a woman. It is possible that they are leaning more towards their feminine energy, at least when they meet you. When they enter your life, they might be in a stage in their life where they're embodying more of their feminine energy. And it has nothing to do with their actual sex or gender. And at the same time, with the Queen, this does reminds me of someone who's slightly older. So it is possible that this person could be a little bit older, a little bit more experienced in certain aspects in life than you are. And I do feel called to say that for a lot of you, this might be a boss. This might be a manager or a teacher, a mentor of some kind. Because with the light attributes here, it says, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. I do feel like there is some form of authority that this person might have over you. So it's in an institutional sense, like within a certain type of socially constructed institution, they have more authority than you do. And an easy example would just be you get a new manager at your job, and this might be that Queen person. So I'm just going to refer to them as a Queen person. And now let's take a look more specifically at who exactly this person might be. So I used 3 different tarot decks today, and the first one is this one. It's the 8th House Tarot to answer who exactly this person might be. And let's see. Let's see what we've got here. Oh my gosh, and what was I saying? I was literally talking about the Empress card, and now we've got the Empress card coming out in the reverse. This is, wow. Okay, I love it. I love it when things happen like that. But okay, so first off, we have the 4 of Pentacles, or in this deck, it's the 4 of Earth, Sun in Capricorn. So I chose to use this deck because it listed out all the specific zodiacs as well as star placements on each and every single one of the tarot cards. So it is possible that this person might have their sun in Capricorn or have Capricorn placement. And I feel like this might just give us some nice little pointers to exactly who this person might be. So some extra clues, if you will. And then we have the King of Water or the King of Cups. And here we have water/fire energy. Now, I feel like, and obviously we have Venus with the Empress, and Venus, I believe, rules over, why do I want to say Gemini? No, Venus definitely does not rule over Gemini, but they might be a Gemini person. Like, this person might be a Gemini, or Gemini might be significant, or you might be a Gemini, because it just popped up. But sorry, going back to what I was saying, Venus, and that's, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. I feel like when you're in front of this person, you might feel a little bit flustered. And maybe that's because they have that certain level of authority over you, but you might just be a little bit not like yourself in front of them. You might feel like you have to kind of put your best foot forward when you're interacting with this person. That just came through to me. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, sorry, Venus, that's Taurus and Libra. So those signs might be significant as well. And because usually when I'm doing a reading, I would just let things flow naturally. I would not necessarily moderate or filter a lot when it comes to what I say. But when it does, when things happen like that, like when I blank out on a certain thing that I know for sure that I know, it's sometimes it comes to me kind of like a channeling that makes me feel like, oh, this might be the energy that you have when you interact with this person. But that's just an extra thought. It might give you a general sense of who they might be if you have anyone in mind already. Or if you don't know this person at all, then maybe this could be a pointer for you when you do meet them. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, for me, this card is really strongly linked with divine orchestration. And it's like a fixed event. So meeting this person seems to be a really important fixed event in your life, or this is part of your soul's plan. I know that might be a little bit different from the traditional meaning of Four of Pentacles, but that's just how I read Four of Pentacles. Like, even when I do readings for myself, if I see a Four of Pentacles, like, that's just what would pop up. I was like, okay, well, Four of Pentacles, that's a fixed event. That's something that's divinely orchestrated. That's just how I read this card. So I definitely think that having this card here is really speaks for the weight of the appearance of this person in your life. And then with the King of Water here, within the Four Kings, for me, like within tarot, like within the Four Kings, I do feel like the King of Water or the King of Cups is the one that shows the most, at least to me, like is the one that shows the most balance between his divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And that just has to do with the fact that water as an element or cups as a suit is relatively more emotional and more like feeling driven and a little bit more feminine, like leaning more towards the feminine energy. So when I see that there is a king of water coming out along with the four of pentacles, which can be kind of more of a stubborn energy, I feel like this is talking about how this person can be very strong when they have really strong opinions about certain things. But at the same time, they're very good with their emotions and feelings. They're very in touch with their emotions and feelings, and they're very in control of their emotions and feelings as well. And at the same time, with the water element here, obviously all the water signs, and that's Scorpio, Cancer, and who else is a water sign? And Pisces, yes. So with the king of water here, all the water signs might be significant. And I know that's a lot of signs. We've literally got like more than half of the signs thrown out there already. But that might also be a pointer for you in terms of who this person might be when you do meet them in the 3D life. And with the Empress in reverse, I think the reason why the Empress came out in the reverse is that this person, well, first off, like this might be kind of an out there interpretation, but I feel called to say that earlier I mentioned that this person might be older than you with the Queen energy, and that it reminded me of the Empress energy. Like I want to say that they might, in terms of age, they might be older than you, but in terms of the way they hold themselves, or the way they see themselves, they might actually see themselves more as an equal to you. So it's basically they have a young heart, or they not like, okay, well, let's just say that, for example, if this is indeed your boss, your new boss at work, and they are in their 50s, for example, and you are much younger, you're like in your 20s. So then traditionally speaking, you are much younger than this other person, at least on paper. But then you might, once you get to know this person, you might realize that they like a lot of things that you do like. They watch a lot of shows that you watch, and it's like they have a lot of hobbies that you have, like you share a lot more in common than you would have originally thought. And that this other person, they don't share actually a lot of traits with people who are in their same age group. So it's like there's like a surprise factor about this person, especially about their age. That's what I'm getting from this Empress card reverse. And at the same time, I feel like this person might also be a little bit harsh occasionally. And going back to what I was saying about this person, like potentially being a new boss of yours, like if this person indeed is your boss or your professor, or just in some form, way, or shape has some sort of authority over you, they might be a critical person. not because they are mean or they're actively trying to make other people uncomfortable. It's just like in their nature, they have such a high standard for everybody, including themselves, to the point where if they see something that they don't like, if they see something that's not done by the books, they would be very open to calling people out. So when I do get Empress card reversed, like sometimes it makes me think of that feminine archetype, but more of the harsher kind, more of like a Queen of Swords than a Queen of Cups type of personality, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person might be. And now let's see why this person is appearing in your life. Why is this person coming into your life? Now we have the Three of Gems in this deck. That's the Three of Pentacles with the keyword collaboration. We have the Nine of Gems or the Nine of Pentacles with the keyword abundance in reverse. And we have the Oracle of Gems, and that's the Queen of Pentacles in this deck with the keyword practicality. So, well, first off, we got all pentacles, and that's giving really strong work or career vibes. So with this collaboration here, whenever I see Three of Pentacles, it reminds me of people coming together to build something, people coming together to manifest something into the 3D. And I feel like this queen person has come into your life so that you can work together, so that you can collaborate and work on something together that would be beneficial for you, for the people around you, for your community, and even on a broader scale for our world. And this Three of Pentacles is really giving a very, very strong, like, again, work, career kind of vibe. So this really might be a manager or an expert of some sort. They might be, so I don't know if you have ever had situations like this, but sometimes when you're working for a company, like internally, sometimes you might hire somebody from an external party to help your company solve a certain business problem, like an external consultant of some sort. And I feel like this person might be an external consultant or an external expert, somebody who has expertise, who has proven track record on something that you're working on. And with the Nine of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, with this abundance card in reverse, I feel like this is talking about how whatever it is that you are meant to create together, it is going to be groundbreaking. It is going to completely shift whatever current situation is. So, for example, let's say you work in a pharmaceutical company and you're in the research and development team. You're working on a specific new medication that's gonna help with cancer. Let's just say that. And maybe recently you've run into an issue in your clinical trials, and now you need some expertise from this external consultant to help you solve whatever issue that might be that came up in the clinical trials. And when this person comes on board, you work together and you gather all the data, you run all the experiments, etc., and you realize that whatever you've done so far might have been, you might have taken a wrong turn with the efforts that you've made so far. And you need to scrap whatever work that you've done, and you need to go back to the previous step. I'm probably butchering this example because I actually know nothing about like people working in the pharmaceutical industry. But for some reason, that example just like literally came out of my mouth and I have no idea where that came from. So if you actually do work for a pharmaceutical company and you're watching this pile, please do leave a comment down below because that would be really, really, really freaky. But basically, that's just the situation that I could imagine, that I could think of, right? So with this Nine of Pentacles, whenever it's upright, it always reminds me of a situation that's well established, a person that's well established, someone enjoying the fruits of their labor. And when it's reversed, it makes me think of something that's still lacking. Like the work that has been done so far might not have been exactly the right steps, and therefore we have to kind of scrap a lot of the things that we've done so far and then going back like a couple of steps to redo the work that we've done. And this person's here to help you realize that mistake, and this person's here to help you right the wrongs, to stay on the right course, if that makes sense. And with the Queen of Pentacles here and practicality, this is definitely, again, like we have another Queen here. So definitely very strong feminine energy. I want to say that with the Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who is extremely nurturing, who's very much like embodying that motherly figure archetype. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, I do feel like this might be talking about how this person could potentially nurture you or teach you or mentor you at whatever this is that you're working together on. So as I mentioned previously, this might be an older person who is more experienced, and I feel like they're very open to sharing their experience with you, and they're very open to using their experience to help other people in their team. And in this case, they're very open to helping you learn new things or learn from what they have learned so far, so that you can have an easier time, if that makes sense. So let's say, like, going back to the previous pharmaceutical example, maybe they have worked on a similar medication previously, and therefore they know that during clinical trials it's normal for this kind of for this kind of symptoms to appear, or that's why they know that it is abnormal that something has appeared instead. And with that kind of experience, they're really open to sharing and willing to talk to you about exactly what it is that they think might be going well or going wrong. And that's how you can work together and collaborate together towards creating something that's really, really beneficial for not just yourself, not just the people around you, but the broader community and even the entire society. And that's why they're coming into your life at this time. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, having said that, let's see exactly what you're meant to experience with this person. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. We have the Nine of Cups coming out in the reverse. We have the Hierophant coming out in the upright. We have the Page of Swords coming out in the upright. And we have the Two of Pentacles coming out in the upright as well. So yeah, definitely. We have another 9 card coming out in the reverse because the number 9 sometimes makes me think of the end of a cycle. So something coming to a close. But we have 2 9 cards coming out in reverse. And that just makes me think of a situation where you thought that is supposed to be coming to a close, but actually is not quite there yet. Now, with the Nine of Cups, we have the keywords on this card that says loss of wealth, unlucky, failure, and arrogance. I feel like in this case, this might be more of a trial and error kind of situation where you might have taken a wrong turn at some point. And the efforts that you've made so far about the thing that you're working on could have been misled, could have been misguided. And this person, when they appear, they're here to course correct. That's the term that I've been looking for. They're here to help you course correct. They're here to help you find the right path that would lead you to success. And with the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, and here we have overthinking, scared, boring, and deadbeat. I think this might be you having walked down this path for a very long time. You've been working on this thing for a very long time, and it's just become a lot. It's become so heavy. The responsibilities and again, like going back to what I was saying about trial and errors, there might have been many trials and you have failed many times already. You haven't been able to find the best solution to the problem. And that's why this person was hired by your organization to help you identify what exactly the problem might be. And I feel like in this case, an example of an external consultant might be very fitting. So, you know, sometimes when a company is not doing that well, it is a little bit difficult for people internally to identify exactly what's going wrong because they don't necessarily see the bigger picture. They're very caught up by their own work. But if you hire an external consultant, they come in and they look at the company as a whole and they analyze exactly the type of business problems that you might have been running into. And then they come up with recommendations and suggestions for you from from a third party's perspective, which can be a lot more unbiased, essentially. So that's what I'm seeing here. So that's what, and going back to what you're meant to experience with this person, I think this is exactly the type of things that you might kind of run into once you meet this person. Is just that you are, again, course correcting. You are shifting from one method to a different method, when you're working on this certain thing. And with the Hierophant, here we have tradition, conformity, morality, and ethics. And with Hierophant, this card usually makes me think of structure. And in this case, it could be the company that you work for, or it could be, I don't know, the student club that you're a part of. So it's some form of socially constructed organization structure that you are part of. And I think what you're meant to experience with this person is that as part of this larger organization, you're going to have a really great time piecing together all the information, piecing together the puzzles to solve a problem with this person together. And with the Page of Swords as well, this is someone who is very energetic and eager to learn. Here it says use your head. So like I think that this is, again, you taking a step back from this reversed Knight to this page. It's like you're taking a step back, you're reversing course because you realize that something that you've been doing has not been working, and now you need to do something differently, and you're very open to learning. And you're learning exactly that from this Queen person. That's what I'm seeing. And then with the Two of Pentacles, we have balance, ups and downs, struggling life, priorities. I think this is you reaching ultimately that balanced state when it comes to resolving the issues at hand, especially if this is a work situation. Then this is going to be a balance between you and the Queen person. There's going to be a balance internally and externally. There's going to be a balance within the whole situation that allows everybody to benefit from whatever the solution might be. And that's what I'm seeing that you're meant to experience with this Queen person. So overall, like I would say this is a very heavy kind of work, study, career type of energy. And I'd be really curious to see how the situation plays out for you. So if you're watching this pile and you know exactly what's going on, then please do leave a comment down below. I'd be really curious to see how the situation plays out. And before we go, I'm gonna go grab another deck to see whether Spirit has any additional guidance and or advice for you. Just 1 second. So this is an Archangel deck, and let's see, Spirit, what additional guidance and or advice do you have for my dear group number 1, please, Spirit? Oops. So we have be a light to others, and we have number 4 here as well. I do feel called to say like number 4. You might be a life past number 4, or this person might be a life past number 4. So it says you have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Yeah, like I feel like this situation involves more than just you and this other person. Like going back to that pharmaceutical example that I was talking about, you might be coming up with something that might be ultimately helpful for not just a small group of people, but the entire society. So I feel like this is definitely a confirmation if that's what you're doing as part of your job. And let's see, what else, Spirit? Anything else you would like to... Okay, here we've got number 8. deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Yeah, so I definitely do think there is some form of course correcting happening here. And that's what you're meant to experience as part of your plan with this person. And last but not least, we have number 34, trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. And I think this is kind of resonating with this card, Four of Pentacles. As I said earlier, this is part of your divine purpose. This is part of the divine plan that you meet this person and experience whatever you experience together with this person. It's part of the plan, and Spirit is really calling out to you to make sure that you are aware of that message, you're aware of that information. So that's what I see for you, my dear group number 1. Well, thank you so much for listening to the reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I really, really appreciate it. If you did resonate with this reading, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload in the future. And please don't forget to leave me a comment if you do have any readings, any topics that you would like to see more of. I've been trying to come up with a more consistent uploading schedule, so I'll definitely take those recommendations into consideration. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again very soon in the next reading. Bye! Hey loves! If you have chosen the Knight card along with this bottle of lapis lazuli, then this is going to be the shuffling process for you. Welcome! Well, first off, thank you so much for being here and for sharing your energy with me. As I always say, I do like keeping my shuffling process on camera just so that I can get some extra time to ground myself and to immerse myself into your group's energy. So it is really helpful that you're here watching this part because I really do believe that whenever I'm shuffling, when you're watching, we're doing this exchange of energy that's really, really positive. So now, first off, let's get some tarot going and see who exactly is the person coming towards you, my dear group number 2. So Spirit, who exactly is this person? Who is this person? Right, we got 1. Let's take another 2. Let's see. Right here, and let's take another 1. Who exactly is this person coming towards my dear group number 2? All right. Now, how about the reason why they're coming towards my group number 2? So why are they coming towards my dear group number 2? Oops. We got here 1 and 2, and let's take 1 more. And here we got 3. Very nice. And last but not least, what is my dear group number 2 meant to experience with this new person in their life? What are they meant to experience together? What is my dear group number 2 meant to experience together with this new person in their life? Oops. So we got a couple. 3, 4, and 5. So that's all of them. So as you can see here, my dear group number 2, all of your cards are shuffled and laid out. Now let's get right into your reading. Hi, my dear group number 2, welcome. If you have chosen the Knight card and this bottle of lapis lazuli, then this is going to be the reading portion for you. Now, let's first take a look at the card that you guys were drawn to at the very beginning, this Knight card, where it says the light attributes are loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. And the shadow attributes are allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. Interesting. So, yeah, there's definitely the term that comes to mind is a knight in shiny armor. And I do feel like for those of you who are looking for a romantic interest, this might be a person who comes forward with a romantic offer. But that's just for some of you. For others, I feel like this is someone who's here to lend a helping hand, who's here to help you with something. But that doesn't necessarily have to be romance or anything like that. It could also very much be platonic. It could also be, something boring, like it could be work related. Well, work doesn't have to be boring, but you know what I mean? It's just that I feel like there could be a romantic offer, but I'm getting a mixed message. I feel like there's a good half and half in this group, where for some of you it might be a romantic offer. For others, this is just a person who comes into your life to help you with something very difficult. And let's take a look at what tarot has to say about this person, who exactly this person is. Ooh, all right. Look at that. So we've got the Five of Earth, or the Five of Pentacles, with Mercury in Taurus. We've got the Five of Air, or Five of Swords, with Venus in Aquarius. And last but not least, we have Page of Earth, or Page of Pentacles. And that's Earth energy. Interesting. Okay, so, well, first off, number 5 can definitely be a significant number. So if there is an age gap, there might be a 5-year age difference between the two of you. It is also possible that the person who's coming towards you might have these aspects in their natal charts, Mercury in Taurus or Venus in Aquarius, or they could be an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, as well as Capricorn. Speaking of, I feel like for some reason, I'm getting a sense that this person might be a show-off. That's what I was thinking, because when I was thinking about Capricorn, because it's a 10th house energy and it's all about being out there and being seen by others. So there might be some elements in this person's personality that's a little bit showy. Let's just say that. Yeah, that's an interesting message to come through. I did not see that coming, but well, now let's take a look at the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So the two fives, number fives in numerology always reminds me of like sort of a chaotic state of being, because it sits in the middle of all the single digit numbers, and it signifies change. So this person, whoever they are, I feel like they have a personality that might be a little bit unstable, but not necessarily in a bad way. It's just that when I saw the Page of Earth coming out in the reverse and with the 2-5 cards, I feel like this might be a person who kind of changes things up quite easily or quite often. So they might be a little bit flaky with plans that you make together. They might be, their mood might swing a little bit more than other people's do. And they might be just a little bit, because I was saying that this person, in their personality, there might be parts where they're just like a little bit more showy, a little bit of a show off, not necessarily in an obnoxious way, but still there seems to be an element in their personality that's just a little bit unstable, that's a little bit ungrounded. But that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It could also mean that this person is very spontaneous, and they're kind of like the happy-go-lucky type. Because, well, with the 5 of Pentacles, this could be talking about a lack mentality, but this card coming out together with the 5 of Swords, which also kind of reminds me of that win or lose, who's coming up on top sort of energy. I feel like this is a person who sees material possession, who places quite a heavy weight on their material possession. And to be honest, it seems like they are also a little bit unsure of where they're going in life. It's like this knight, who is very loyal and has a lot of ideas, doesn't necessarily know exactly where they're headed in life in general. And they might be constantly seeking something that makes them feel fulfilled with the 5 of Pentacles. And with the 5 of Swords, I definitely think that this person is intelligent, but at the same time, they might have sort of like a sharp wit about them, that sometimes they could be a little bit harsh, especially if they're in disagreement with someone else. There could be that element that's just a little bit more explosive, that's a little bit more probing, per se. And with the Page of Earth or the Page of Pentacles in reverse, again, this is that kind of energy that's a little bit not necessarily misguided, but it's more like this person doesn't really know what exactly they want in life. They're in a state of constant change with the 2-5 cards coming out together next to each other. And intrinsically, I think with the Knight card, a knight makes me think of something young, makes me think of someone who's young and brave, but at the same time can be a little bit overly enthusiastic, and not necessarily sure where they should be focusing their energy on. And with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's giving me that kind of vibe. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person might be. And I would say that really this is like giving me half and half kind of energy. I feel like for some of you, this might be like a friend of a friend sort of situation, where they might be your person of interest, or you might be their person of interest when it comes to the romantic scene. For others of you, this could be just a colleague or a friend or a classmate that you kind of get to know through your mutual like your overlapping trajectory. I definitely do think there is an element of mutual acquaintance that's coming through quite strongly. But let's see why they are coming into your life first. So we have, this is the Apprentice of Gems with efficiency. We have Temperance with just breathe. And we have Novice of Gems with skill development. So the Apprentice in this deck is the Knight. So this is the Knight of Pentacles with the keyword efficiency. And then the Novice, that's Page. So that's the Page of Pentacles with skill development. And I think with these two cards coming out together, I definitely get a feeling that you two are, you and this person, you're quite similar to each other. There's almost a level of mirroring, and especially with this Temperance card here, it's like there is a level of camaraderie between the two of you because of something in common that you two have. With the Knight and the Page of Pentacles both coming out together, I almost feel like these two characters, they might be representing you and this person. And the two of you are on a very similar path. You're walking down a very similar path, but one might just be a little bit more developed or more advanced than the other. So an example that I can think of is that in school, maybe you're a first year student, whereas this person might be a second year. So it's like you're both still studying, you're both trying to figure out what you want to do with life with this degree, but you're also on very similar trajectory. You have similar patterns in life. And because of that, the two of you are gonna build up a friendship or a connection that is very grounding for the both of you. And I feel like that's the reason why they're coming into your life at this moment of time. It's like they are here to show you exactly what is ahead of you. So going back to the example of a first year student versus a second year student, so when you kind of formulate this connection, as a first year, you might have a lot of questions about how things are done around the school, whether you should join the student club or not, whether you should take this trip with your classmates or not, all of those interesting things, like whether you should take a certain class or not, whether a certain professor is good or not, etc., etc. And I feel like this person is here to help guide you, or at least this person is here to offer you a different perspective so that you can get a better sense of what exactly is going on. And if this is a romantic situation, which at this point I feel like I'm not getting a lot of romantic vibes with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. But I would say that it is possible if there is a romantic offer involved, then this person might just be slightly older than you are. They might be slightly more experienced, not necessarily age-wise, but also it's like they might be slightly more experienced with having significant relationships in their lives. And they are here to teach you how to handle things, they're here to help you figure yourself out, if that makes sense. They're here to help you kind of see clearly what exactly it is that you want in a significant relationship. Or it might not even be a significant relationship. It could be just a casual connection, but they might just be a little bit more experienced than you are in handling this type of connections. And therefore you can really learn from what they're doing or really learn from the dynamics that you have with this person. Because I definitely think that this person, in a way, is one step ahead of you in some sense, in some way, shape, or form. And they are here, they're in your life to help you level up, to help you kind of see clearly what it is that you want for yourself. And that's why they're coming into your life. So that's what I'm seeing here. And I'm really curious to see exactly what you're meant to experience together with this person. Now let's take a quick look at the other cards. We have the Devil card coming out in the reverse. We have the Three of Pentacles coming out in the upright. We have the Three of Cups coming out in the upright. We have the Knight of Swords coming out in the reverse. And we have the Four of Cups coming out in the reverse. Very interesting. So yeah, I feel like, again, for probably most of you, this is not going to be a romantic connection. This is going to be a platonic, a friendship, or just a connection that is, in general, a platonic connection, wherever this connection is formed. Now, with the Devil card coming out in the reverse, and we have here the keywords freedom, release, restoring control, and detachment, I feel like the two of you are going to have a healthy, balanced connection that's just a little bit distant from each other. So there's going to be healthy distance between the two of you. And it's almost like this connection is going to make you feel free because of what it does for you, because of what you can get out of this connection. But at the same time, you're not feeling tied down by the connection itself. So in a sense, it can be a romantic thing as well, but it's definitely one of those like no strings attached sort of situation where you feel pretty like in control with whatever you're doing, whatever this person's doing. There's much more of a sense of like healthy distance between the two of you. And now with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups both coming out in the upright, there is a really strong sense of community. So the two of you, again, as I was saying, there's a really strong sense that there is going to be mutual acquaintance, that there is going to be an overlap of the two, of your trajectories, yours with this person's. And I think I could definitely see this being a situation of you two going to the same school, or you two working for the same company, or it might be you two going to the same gym. There is like a mutual point of contact. It might be a person, it might be an organization. It could really be anything, but there is definitely that sense of like mutual acquaintance that's coming through. And now with the Three of Pentacles, we have teamwork, creativity, learning, and apprenticeship. So with this Apprentice of Gems or a Knight of Pentacles here as well, I definitely feel like you are being shown the way of doing something by this person. You're meant to learn from this person, and they're kind of showing you their know-how of doing something. And that is what you're meant to experience in this particular connection. They are here to help you with something that you yourself find difficult. And now with the Three of Pentacles, this could definitely be a literal teamwork situation where, say, like you have a team project at school and you got placed into the same team as this second year student who knows a lot more about how things are done than you do, and you're learning from them. And from that, you form a friendship with them. That is definitely a possibility. And for others of you, this might be like, even this could be like literally you going to the same gym as this other person, and you get chatty randomly and they show you a couple of moves because they're a little bit more experienced with gymming. And that could literally be it. It could be very like simple as that. And with the Three of Cups, we have friendship, joy, celebration, and merriment. And here, like, we see people celebrating an occasion together with the sunlight shining upon them. And this Three of Cups centering your reading, I definitely feel like there is going to be a very strong friendship forming between you and this other person. It is quite possible that whatever you guys are doing together, you have a lot of mutual interests. You have common interests, you have a lot of things that you share, like a lot of similarities. And Three of Cups sometimes does give me soul family, soul best friends sort of vibes. And I think in this case, it is possible that this person could be part of your soul group. And you're just meeting together in the 3D to formulate this connection and to achieve something together. It is entirely possible that that could be a thing for you and this person. But I also do feel like, to be honest, I'm not getting a really deep, strong, like, soul bond sort of energy. So I would say that it is possible that this person is in your soul group, but the plan for the two of you to come together is not something really, really solid. It is more of a by chance kind of thing, instead of something that's really set in stone or a fixed event. That's what I'm sensing. And now with the Knight of Swords coming out in the reverse, we have aggressive, out of control, irresponsible, irresponsible and bully. I feel like this card, you have to take look at it in conjunction with the Four of Cups, which says positive outlook, seizing opportunity, looking forward, and excitement. Because Knight of Swords, this is someone who is incredibly driven. This is someone who's very straight to the point, who's sometimes can be a little bit rushed when it comes to chasing after their goals. And I feel like for you and this person, when you come together and form a connection, there is going to be a goal that you are looking to achieve together. So let's go back to the team project example. So this could literally be the case where you and this person are on the same team and you have a team project that you're supposed to accomplish, that you're supposed to finish for school. And there is definitely that goal that is kind of dangling right in front of you that you are looking to achieve together. But exactly because of that, this connection might feel a little bit rushed because you have to formulate that bond very quickly because you only have very limited amount of time to accomplish that something that you're supposed to do together. So this could be one of those cases where, let's say you have a semester-long project, but you have to start submitting deliverables like halfway through the semester or a couple weeks into the semester, and you have to start working together almost immediately when the semester starts. So there is a sense that you have to work together with this person almost immediately. There is a sense of urgency, and that's in order for you to seize that opportunity to work together. That's in order for you to achieve that picture that you have in mind. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of what you're meant to experience together. But overall, I would say that this is definitely a positive connection that's coming in. You just have to be very careful with the amount of energy that you put into this connection. And you just have to be careful with what you're trying to get out of this connection, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm seeing for you, my dear group number 2. Now, before we go here, my dear group number 2, let's get some oracle cards to see if Spirit has any additional guidance and or advice for you. So for my dear group number 2, all right, we have number 18, let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connection to the past so that you can embrace the future. Okay. Let's see what else, please, Spirit, for my dear group number 2. What guidance and or advice do you have for my dear group number 2? What guidance and or advice do you have for my dear group number 2, please, Spirit? Okay, we have number 13. Get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. And can we please get one more? One more, please, Spirit. Let's take one more. Right. We have number 21 here. Open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Okay, so A couple of themes that are repeating, definitely appearing throughout your reading. Well, first off, I definitely think that this connection is gonna set you free in some way or shape or form. So this let it go coming up here is very fitting. So in this connection, I definitely feel like Spirit is saying that you don't have to take things so seriously. There is going to be room for you to grow into. There's going to be room for you to like have that healthy distance, and it's going to be okay for the both of you. And with Get Your Power Back here, I think Spirit is calling out to you to really take the initiative in this connection. So if there's anything that you need out of this connection, like you should not be afraid of expressing yourself, of expressing your need. And that's what I'm seeing. And last but not least, open up to your spiritual gifts. Again, with the Three of Cups centering your reading here, I do feel like there is an element of soul family, of soul best friends. And I do think that Spirit is giving you a lot of guidance when it comes to this particular connection along with your soul family. So this open up to your spiritual gifts might be calling out to you, saying that you should really listen to your gut feelings. You should look out for the signs and listen to what Spirit is trying to communicate with you. And that's what I'm seeing here in terms of Spirit's guidance and or advice for you, my dear group number 2. So I think that's all of the messages that I have for you today. My dear group number 2, thank you so much for listening to this reading, for being here, and for sharing your energy with me. If you did resonate with this reading, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you'll never miss a reading that I upload in the future. And please, if you do have any specific readings or topics that you would like to see more of, then please do leave those down below in the comment section. I'm trying to come up with a more consistent uploading schedule, so I'll definitely be taking those recommendations into considerations as well. Thank you again, and please take good care of yourself. Hopefully, I'll see you very soon in the next reading. Bye-bye! Hey loves! If you have chosen the artist card along with this bottle of red jasper, then this is going to be the shuffling process for you. Welcome. As I always say, I do like keeping my shuffling process on camera just so that I can have some extra time to ground myself and to immerse myself into your group's energy. So thank you so much for being here and for sharing your energy with me. Well, first off, let's find out with tarot who exactly is coming towards you, my dear group number 2. Let's see. So Spirit, who's coming towards my dear group number 2? Oops. I believe we have our cards and they came out through a mini explosion. Interesting. So there seems to be a lot of passion involved. How about the reason? So why is this person coming towards my dear group number 2? Why is this person coming towards my dear group number 2? Let's get one more. One more, please, Spirit. Why is this person coming towards my dear group number 2? Oops. All right. So we've got... Yeah. All right. Now let's take a look at what you're meant to experience with this person. Now, Spirit, What is my dear group number 2 meant to experience with this person that's coming into their lives? So what is group number 2 meant to experience with this person? We've got one here. Oh, wow. So I feel like based on the way the decks have been behaving, I feel like there is a lot of, definitely a lot of passion involved. So, is this a romantic thing, Spirit? Not necessarily. That's what I heard. Okay, not necessarily. All right, so we've got, all right, there we go. So my dear group number 2, as you can see here, all of your cards are shuffled and laid out. Now let's get right into your reading. Hi, my dear group number 2. If you have chosen the artist card along with this bottle of red jasper, then this is going to be the reading portion for you. Welcome. Well, first off, let's take a look at the card that you guys were drawn to at the very beginning. Artist, light attributes, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And the shadow attributes, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Interesting. So when I got this card, when I look at it, I feel called to mention that I want to almost kind of dissect the card or read the card very literally. So it is very possible that there might be an artist, like a literal artist, entering your life, my dear group number 2. So, and this could literally be, this doesn't necessarily even have to be someone that you know personally in the 3D. It could literally be an artist that you know of, that you're familiar with, but you don't necessarily know them in person. So it could be, like, for example, if you appreciate architecture and you're really interested in learning all there is to learn about architecture. So you might have heard of the famous architect behind a lot of the famous buildings in Barcelona, whose name's Gaudi. And you might be really into music. You might be really into classic music, and you're super into Mozart. So I feel like this artist could be someone that you know of, but you don't know personally. But the thing is, what we're asking here is who is coming towards you. So it is possible that whoever this person is that you already know of, this might be indicative of the fact that you might get to know them in person. So let's say there is a music artist that you really like on YouTube. You've been following their channel for a very long time, and you've been putting a lot of time into listening to their music. But you've never thought that you would get to know them in the 3D. You never thought about potentially being able to get to know them in person. And as it turned out, you might actually have a mutual acquaintance with this super successful artist on YouTube, and you got to establish a connection with this artist through that mutual acquaintance of yours. So that's the vibe that I am getting if I read this card literally. And if I look at it from a more symbolic point of view, then this artist is a person who loves life passionately, who sees life through the lens of all passion. And when I was shuffling, if you did stay for the shuffling portion, then you must have seen that all of the decks had mini explosions. And I kind of had to rein it back in when I was shuffling the deck. So I would say that there is a possibility that this artist card might be indicative of someone who's very passionate about life and who's going to be very passionate about the connection that you have with this person as well. And when I was shuffling, I was also like, is this going to be a romantic connection? And the answer, the gut feeling that I got after I asked that question was that not necessarily. So it could be, for some of you, this might be a really passionate romantic connection. For others, this could be something platonic, yet still filled with passion. So it is possible that you might be super into music, and this person is also super into music, and you get to establish a connection with this person, excuse me, through your mutual passion for music. So that's another way that I could read this card. Now, let's take a quick look at exactly who this person might be. So I'm using the Ace House Tarot for this question, just so that we'll get the star placement, the zodiac placements, because this deck, it does indicate all of those elements and the exact placement of each card as well. So now we have the Death card with Scorpio coming out in the reverse. We have the Devil card with Capricorn coming out in the upright. And we have the King of Air with air, fire energy. Interesting. Okay, so, well, first off, this person, their chart might have a lot of placements in Scorpio, in Capricorn, and or there might be an air sign significant in their life, or they might be an air sign themselves. So that's going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and what's the other air sign? Oh, Libra. Yes. So Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And I also feel like, well, you might be an air sign as well, or you might be a Capricorn or Scorpio in this case, but I do feel a really strong air energy in that this person is very sharp-witted. They're very intelligent, and they're also very well-spoken. It's like they're really good at expressing themselves. With the Artist card as well, this is someone who's really passionate about self-expression and who's really good at self-expression as well. Now, with the Scorpio or the Death card coming out in the reverse, I feel like this person might withhold a lot of like really deep emotions. So they might not be the most in touch with the deepest, darkest emotions in their heart. It is possible that they might seem a little bit stoic on the surface, especially with the Devil card coming out in the upright as well. This is a person who's really good at wearing masks or holding up certain facades, but not necessarily out of any sort of malicious intents. It's more that the way they're brought up, they believe that they need to save face in public. The way they are socialized since they're a child is just that there are certain things that you say in public, there are other things that you don't say in public, and there is a certain persona that they're really good at portraying in front of other people. It's almost like they are an artist in a way that they are really good at performing in front of other people. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person might be. And then with the King of Air or the King of Swords, this is a person who's very level-headed. They are very aware of what's going on around them, like intellectually speaking, and they enjoy stimulating conversations as well. So this is a person who's very attracted to intellectually stimulating subjects. And if this is indeed a romantic situation, then I would say that you must be a very intellectual person as well, because this person is definitely attracted by intellectually stimulating subjects. And they're attracted by intellectually stimulating individuals as well in their love life. So that's what I'm seeing. And what else? Let's see. I also feel like there is, when you first get to know this person, you might just get to know their persona on a more surface level before you get into deeper and more, I guess, probing subjects. You'll get to know this person on a surface level really, really well before they gave you the opportunity for you to like get in there deeper and understand them from a different perspective. And for this person, they would want to get to know you deeply as well. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person might be. And I also wanted to check with Spirit to see like why exactly is this person coming forward into your life. Now we have the Judgment card coming out in the upright. We have the Justice card coming out in the upright. And we have the Ace of Lightning. In this case, this is the Ace of Fire or the Ace of Wands coming out in the reverse. Now, with the Judgment card coming out, there is more Pluto energy and more Scorpio energy, if you will. And then with the Justice, that is Libra energy or more air energy. So definitely I could see that air energy and Scorpio energy are very much present in this reading, in this person's life or in your life. And if we just take a look at these cards that came out together, I would say that this person is here to teach you a lesson about something. Because Judgment, I also read this card as awareness of the nature of life. Being aware of the nature of life, being aware of what's going on, and how we could prevent past mistakes from repeating themselves again. Now, I would say that this is definitely a new person, but they might bring back old memories. Especially if, so I'm thinking this might be a romantic situation for some of you. And sometimes we all know that we have like types when it comes to dating. Like, so this person might be your type because they fit into a certain box that you particularly enjoy, that you particularly like. And at the same time, they might bring back old memories because they are similar to certain people that you used to know in the past. So an example that I can give is that this is a new person that you just started dating, but their habits, their way of speaking, their way of presenting themselves might be very, very similar to those of your ex. They might remind you in some way of another person that you used to be with. And in this case, might be your ex. Because judgment, this card, when I look at it, it makes me think of resurrection. So resurrection of the old, something that has fallen away and now is coming back, is being renewed. And with the Justice card and balance here, this is all about partnership. So I would say that for some of you, it is very possible that this new partnership is here to remind you of what happened in the past and is here to teach you how to not repeat old mistakes. Because with the Ace of Wands or Ace of Lightning and inspiration coming out in the reverse, this is like an old flame. This is kind of a sparkle that had a very promising future, but fizzled out at some point. So the reason why this person is coming into your life is that they are here to remind you of something that happened in the past that didn't necessarily turn out that well for you, and teach you how to move past that, how to move beyond that past failure. Now, this might not be romantic at all. Let's go back to the more literal interpretation of the artist. This might be an artist that you really enjoy listening to. This might be a music artist that you really enjoyed watching. And when you're getting to know them, you might be reminded of your dream of being a musician yourself as a child. You might used to play for a band, and later on you decided that that's not for you. But by getting to know this person, the reason why this person is here in your life is to remind you of that past that you have chosen to move forward from. And there might be a certain level of nostalgia as you get to know this person, because this is something that used to happen in the past. Like, you used to make music yourself as well, and now you're just listening to other people's music instead of making them by yourself. But at the same time, this person also is here to encourage you to kind of deep your feet, like to deep your feet into that old waters. Like, it's like they're here to remind you that there is a possibility that used to be there, that you chose to relinquish, that you chose to not pursue at that moment of time, But now there is a new possibility that you might be able to pursue it with this person. So this could come in the form of a collaboration. Let's say like this is a music artist that you really enjoy listening to, and you love playing with music yourself, you love making music yourself, and by getting to know them better, they might eventually tell you that, hey, I'm looking for a person to collaborate with, and you might be that person for me. And you might then restart something that you stopped doing for a very long time, which is, in this case, making music. So that's what I'm seeing. That's why they're here. They're here to remind you of the different possibilities that you once chose to move forward from. And that's why they're here. Now, I also wanted to see what you're meant to experience with this person now that they've come into your life. And we have the Seven of Wands coming out in the reverse, the Ten of Wands coming out in the reverse, the King of Cups coming out in the upright, the Eight of Cups coming out in the upright, and the Page of Swords coming out in the reverse. Very interesting. So, well, first off, let's take a look at the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands coming out together, both in reverse, right next to each other. We have feeble-minded, scared to fight, pushover, lack of courage. We have managing tasks, learn to say no, break down, avoiding duty. Now, I feel like for you, like in this case, it is more likely that this is going to be a period of time where you feel a lot more relaxed. This might be a period of time where you feel like you can let go of certain tasks that you've been doing that's been hanging over your head. And it is possible that in the recent past, you have been fighting off different things, different problems that could overturn your rule over your life. And now it is time for you to sit back and relax and enjoy something that is a little bit more easy, per se, for in your life. Now, going back to the music example, this could look like you've been working really, really hard in your day job, in your 9-to-5s, because you have financial obligations that you have to meet. And you've been working really hard for a very long time now. And finally, you have fulfilled the obligations. And now it is time for you to sit back and relax and get more in touch with your emotions. With this King of Cups here, it says compassionate, caring, affectionate, friendly. And I feel like this is you being more self-compassionate towards yourself. This is a really inner experience for you to experience as this person come into your life. It's really about you letting go of the things that's been troubling you, that's been burdening you. And I feel like in this case, it might be that you have fulfilled certain obligations. Now that you can let them go, you can finally put some things down and be like, I'm done with this portion of my life. I'm done with this particular period of time. So, and once that happened, it reminds you of the different possibilities that were there in the past that you can now restart pursuing. For example, with that music artist example, you really loved making music, but because of the certain financial obligations you have to fulfill, being a music artist might not be the top choice because it's a little bit unstable and it doesn't necessarily pay all your bills. And you have decided to stop pursuing that path, and instead you became a 9-to-5 person. Basically, you started working on a different job. And now that you have saved up enough money for you to consider other possibilities, you can now restart looking at making music and potentially becoming an artist yourself. So I would almost say that this person, it's either that they are a close counterpart that really mirrors your situation, or this new person might even just be a new version of yourself. It is likely that you are, because I definitely feel like there's very strong self-reflective energy present in this reading. So whether this is actually another person or this is a new version of you that you are meeting in the next coming days, either way, it's going to prompt you to really take a deeper look at your life and decide what's here to stay and what you must let go of. And with the 8 of Cups as well, we have abandonment, disappointment, finding new paths, failed attempts. I feel like the failed attempts here really call out to me because you might have failed in your previous attempts of doing something, of being with someone, of becoming someone yourself. And now this is Spirit saying that you are given a new opportunity. You are given an opportunity for renewal, to restart something that you stopped doing in the past, to seek out new paths. But this new path might just be one of those old paths that you have decided to stop pursuing at some point. So now it's renewed. It is not something that you have not experienced at all. It is something that you have had experienced before, but decided that it wasn't for you at that time, and now it's coming back. And you are meant to experience this old path, but in a new way. So that's what I'm seeing. And with the Page of Swords coming out in the reverse, we have impulsive, gossiper, haste, boisterous. And I feel like this is more talking about you being in a haste, you being in a rush to pursue whatever this is that ignites your passion. Because as I was saying earlier, when I was shuffling the decks, I could really feel that there was really strong passion for life. There's a really strong passion for something in life. And you're very driven to seek out that passion again. And that's what you're meant to experience with this new person coming into your life. So that's what I'm seeing here. Now, before we go, I did want to use an oracle deck to see whether Spirit has any additional guidance and or advice for you, my dear group number 3. Now, let's take a quick look and see whether Spirit has any additional guidance. Oops. So we have number 5, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truths, then let Source take it from there. We have number 9, don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can strive again. And let's take a look. Maybe one more, please, Spirit. And we have number 4, be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. Okay, so I feel like a couple of themes here that we were talking about earlier are coming up again. Well, first off, be honest with yourself. I feel like this is Spirit saying that whether you choose to take this new opportunity to walk down that old path or not, it is up to you. So you need to be honest with yourself to see what it is that you really want out of your life, out of this connection. And then with don't give up on love, I feel like this is a little bit more specific to those of you who might be looking out for a romantic relationship or romantic connection. So it is possible that this new connection reminds you of the old connection that you used to have. And it is also possible that you might get a little bit triggered by what's happening now because of what happened in the past. And this is Spirit's way of saying that recognize the trigger, recognize what you're reacting to, and instead of reacting, respond. Try to come up with a different response this time around, because this is a new connection. This is a new relationship instead of the old. And last but not least, be a light to others. You have a powerful message to share. I feel like this is be a light to others, but at the same time, you are being called to be a light to yourself. Because I do feel like in this particular connection, the appearance of this person is so that they can shed light, they can help you shed light on what you have buried deep into your heart. So here, be a light to others. You're being called to embody that light, not just to others, but also to yourself. And that's what I'm seeing in terms of Spirit's guidance and or advice for you, my dear group number 3. Well, I believe that's all the messages that I have for you today, my dear group number 3. Thank you so much for listening to this reading, for being here, for sharing your energies with me. Now, if you did resonate with the reading, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you'll never miss a reading that I upload in the future. Also, if you have any specific topics, specific readings that you would love to see more of, please don't forget to leave me a comment down below as well. I'm trying to come up with a more consistent uploading schedule, so I'll definitely take all of those recommendations into considerations. Thank you so much. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you very soon in the next reading. Bye! Hey loves, if you have chosen the companion card along with this bottle of citrine, then this is going to be the shuffling process for you. Welcome. Well, first off, thank you so much for staying here and for sharing your energy with me. As I always say, I do like keeping my shuffling process on camera just so that I can have some extra time to ground myself and to immerse myself into your group's energy. Now, to start off, I'm just gonna go shuffle some tarot and see who exactly is coming towards you, my dear group number 4. Who exactly is coming towards my dear group number 4? All right, we've got 1. Who is coming towards my group number 4, please, Spirit? Who is coming towards my group number 4? Who is coming towards my group number 4, please, Spirit? Let's get one more. All right. Okay. And why are they coming towards my dear group number 4? Why is this new person coming towards my dear group number 4, please, Spirit? Oops. All right. Why are they coming towards my dear group number 4? Right. Okay. There we go. And what is my dear group number 4 meant to experience together with this new person, please, Spirit? So what is my dear group number 4 meant to experience together with this person? We've got 2 here. And one more, please, Spirit. What is my group number 4 meant to experience with this person? All right, so there we go. All right, well, as you can see here, my dear group number 4, all your cards are shuffled and laid out. Now let's get right into your reading. Hi, my dear group number 4. If you have chosen the companion card along with this bottle of citrine, then this is going to be the reading portion for you. Welcome. Well, first off, let's take a look at this card that you guys were drawn to at the very beginning. We have companion with light attributes, loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And the shadow attributes are betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. Interesting. Okay. So I think this is definitely my romance group. I think this is my love story group. If you're drawn to this card, I do think it is likely that you are manifesting a person of interest into your life. You're trying to manifest a person that you can vibe with romantically into your life, and that is the person that's coming towards you at this moment in time. And well, although it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic reading, I do feel like for the majority of you, this might be the case. It is also possible that you might be manifesting a companion in some sort of endeavor. Like it could be a business partner as well. But I do feel like, again, for the majority of you, this might be, there might be a romantic offer on its way to you. So that's what I'm seeing. Now, let's take a quick look at exactly who this person might be with your tarot cards. We have the the Tower card with Mars energy coming out in the upright. And we have the 7 of Water or the 7 of Cups coming out in the reverse. And that's Venus in Scorpio energy. And we have Temperance card with Sagittarius energy coming out in the upright. Very interesting. So definitely the appearance of this person might be very sudden and unexpected. So it's in the example of you trying to manifest a romantic partner, you might have been trying to manifest this person into your life for a very long time. and you are literally on the brink of giving up because nothing has been working for you in terms of trying to manifest this person into your life. But with this Tower card, with the Mars energy, this is very decisive, very sudden, kind of quick succession sort of energy. So whoever this person is, they might come into your life in a way that's very unexpected. So you might run into this person unexpectedly instead of being introduced to them through a mutual acquaintance, which is probably a more likely route of finding a romantic partner. So, and with the Seven of Cups coming out in the reverse, Seven of Cups sometimes makes me think of fantasies. And in this case, when it's coming out in the reverse, it makes me think of something that can only happen in a fantasy actually materializing in the 3D. So this could literally be a by chance meeting. So it's like you're not being introduced to this person and you don't have a lot in common with this person. However, you run into them unexpectedly on the street, in a coffee shop, at your gym. Like there is a quality, like almost like improbable. There's almost an improbable quality about you meeting this person that is just a little bit, I'm hearing out of this world. So it might not be that dramatic, but I just got a sense that this might be something that you were not expecting. It's just completely out of the question. It's very sudden, per se. And with the Sagittarius, or the Temperance card, Sagittarius is very free-flowing, very spontaneous kind of energy. And I feel like it is possible that this person might be a Sagittarius, or that they might have significant placements in Sagittarius in their natal chart. But at the same time, it's like the two of you meeting, it's like, it's a very, like, you blend into each other. It's like you vibe with each other almost instantly when you meet each other. There is a quality of being balanced out, like balancing each other out, if that's the right expression. So it's like when you're meeting this person, you feel like you're kind of filling into each other's gaps, that sort of energy. You're balancing each other out. And it's a very beautiful, very cohesive sort of energy that I'm sensing right here. And now let's just see, like, I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this might be a romantic partner that's coming into your life, but let's see exactly the reason why they're coming into your life. We have the Oracle of Gems, which is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. We have the Ace of Gems, and which is the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the 10 of Raindrops, or the 10 of Cups, with Fulfillment coming out. And all of these cards came out in the upright positions. So definitely, for me, the Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who is really good at manifesting things into the material world, into creating things and enjoying the abundance that they created for themselves It's that sort of energy. And when this card came out as a reason why this person's coming into your life, I definitely think for a lot of you, this is a person that you manifested into your life. And it is very possible that this could be the specific person that you have been trying to manifest into your life. That's what I'm seeing. With the practicality, it's like, again, like this is something that's almost improbable. Like, just statistically speaking, it's very unlikely to happen. However, you have manifested this thing into existence. You have manifested this connection into the 3D reality. You have made something that's impractical into something practical. And that's what I'm seeing here in terms of why this person is appearing in your life at this moment of time. And with the Ace of Pentacles opportunity, this is definitely a new opportunity for you to experience something that's completely new, that's completely different from what you used to, from what you're used to. This is definitely something that you have been wanting for yourself for a very long time. And now the universe has given you this opportunity to experience what it is like to be in such a connection that you've been wanting for yourself for a very, very long time. And that's what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Pentacles. And then with the Ten of Cups and fulfillment, again, I do feel like this is kind of a wish coming true sort of situation for you. It is possible that you might be trying to manifest a specific person into your life, and this is the universe's answer to your manifestation, to your wish. The Ten of Cups, that's arguably one of the happiest cards within tarot. And having the Ten of Cups here, I definitely do feel like this is Spirit saying that this connection is going to make you very, very happy. It's going to make you feel very fulfilled. And this is going to be a wish coming true for you. And it's just, I can feel this excitement. I feel this like flow of beautiful energy. And even as I'm saying this, like all the hair on my back just stood up. And I feel like there is a very strong confirmation from Spirit telling you that this is indeed the time for your wish to come true in your life. Even though you might have felt like you've been fantasizing about this way too much, you might have felt like it's not happening at all, but it is indeed happening. And the best example that I can come up with right now is you manifesting a specific person into your life. You might have been wanting to connect with this person for a very, very long time, and now it's Spirit saying that it is time for this connection to happen in your life. It is time that this connection makes you very, very happy. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of who this person is and why they're appearing in your life. And now let's move on to what you're meant to experience together with this person. Let's see. We have the Queen of Wands coming out in the reverse. We have the Ace of Wands coming out in the upright. We have the Two of Cups coming out in the upright. That's beautiful. We have the Four of Pentacles coming out in the upright. And we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out in the upright. It's beautiful. Well, first off, the Nine of Pentacles, this is also a wish fulfillment, a dream come true sort of card. So having the Nine of Pentacles here, I do think that, again, for the majority of you, this is a wish coming true. You have manifested this person into your life. We have luxury, profit, success, and home. And I do feel like you're going to feel really comfortable with this person in this connection. You'll feel right at home with them. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting shivers all over, and I definitely think that's a very, very strong confirmation for you. So you're going to be very happy with this person, and you will feel right at home with them. And again, this is a wish coming true, a dream coming true for you as well. And then, like, having the Two of Cups centering the reading, I definitely do think that for the majority of you, this is a romantic connection, because with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, both of these cards are usually very closely connected with a love connection, with a romantic love connection. And here we have harmony, soulmates, partnership, and union. So if you have been trying to manifest a soulmate union, I think this is Spirit's way of confirming to you that this is indeed your soulmate, that this person that you've been trying to manifest into your life is indeed your soulmate, and you are meant to be together. You are meant to manifest this union into your life at this moment of time. It's very beautiful energy. And the Four of Pentacles as well. I read the Four of Pentacles a little bit different from the traditional meanings, in that I feel like the Four of Pentacles for me, it signifies a fixed event in life. So it's something that's divinely orchestrated. And here we have, although like on the card, we have greed, possessive, hoarding, and control. I feel like reading it just a little bit differently from the traditional meaning, I do feel like in terms of control, quote unquote, there might be some sort of divine orchestration that's happening in this particular connection. It is very possible that there might have been a soul contract or some form of agreement that you've had with this other soul before you come into the 3D world, before you choose this human life. You have chosen to be with this other soul for many, many lifetimes. And for this lifetime, it is a fixed event. It's a predestined event that you meet this other person and that you be together with this other person. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I definitely feel like based on the cards that we are getting so far, there is a very strong romantic vibe. There is a very strong like romantic soulmate vibe, even though it could also be platonic. I'm not ruling that possibility out either. So if this is indeed a platonic connection, in which case I think you would know. If this is platonic, then you would know, and that this reading is for you, then you would know that this connection is something that's divinely orchestrated as well. And when we take a look at the Queen of Wands in reverse coming out together with the Ace of Wands, I feel like this is Spirit saying that you're gonna be head over heels for this person. You are almost like, because of how improbable this connection seems to be, you might almost feel a little bit doubtful at the very beginning. You might even feel a little bit unsure about yourself. You might feel a little bit unsure about this whole connection at the very beginning. With the Queen of Wands in reverse, we have the keywords shy, overbearing, self-conscious, and catty. And I think in this case, it's most likely that you're going to be a little bit self-conscious about yourself. You're going to be a little bit self-conscious about whether this connection is made for you, whether you're putting your best foot forward in front of this person, and you might be feeling just a little bit insecure about the connection because of how unreal it might feel. at the very beginning, at least. With the Ace of Wands, we have adventure, creative spark, enthusiasm, and new beginning. And indeed, I do feel like this is going to be a very significant new beginning for you. You're meant to experience this new beginning together with this person that you manifested into your life. And because the Ace of Wands can be something that's like very sudden, that's very let's just say it's like you're gonna feel very lucky when you meet this person. You're gonna feel like you hit the jackpot with this person. And because of that feeling, that kind of feeds into your insecurity as well. You're gonna feel like, oh, this feels so unreal. Is this actually happening in my life? Is this person actually my soulmate? And Spirit's answer is a resounding yes. With the Two of Cups centering your reading here, this is definitely a really sweet, a really solid soulmate connection. And again, I do feel called to qualify this with it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but for the majority of you, I do feel like this is a romantic connection, and it is a very significant romantic connection as well. And as I mentioned previously with the Four of Pentacles, this is something that's really solid, that's really rooted. This is something that's divinely orchestrated into your life, and it's a fixed event that is meant to happen for you. And with the Knight of Pentacles as well, again, this is something that makes you feel right at home. This is something that makes you feel extremely happy and very fulfilled. And overall, there is just positive energy and positive vibes all over this reading. And I honestly feel so excited for you, my dear group number 4. So if you have already met this person and you're watching this reading right now, please don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'd be really curious to see how you met this person, because it seems that there is an element of surprise, and I would be really curious to see how that element of surprise played out for you. So that's what I'm seeing in terms of what you're meant to experience together with this other person. And now, before I let you go, I'm going to shuffle another oracle deck to see if Spirit has any additional guidance and or advice for you. So for my dear group number 4, Spirit, what additional guidance and or advice do you have? Oops. Let's see. So we have no, it is not yet time, number 20. This is not the divine right time to take action. Please be patient. The opportune moment is approaching. We have number 6, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And last but not least, we have number 9. Don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can strive again. It's beautiful. So, well, first off, when it says no, it is not yet time, I feel like this is Spirit saying that you just need to be a little bit more patient with the divine orchestrated plan. You just need to be a little bit more patient with this person. So it might happen that the meeting could happen, but it takes time for you to piece everything together, to fall into each other's arms. So yeah, oh my gosh, I'm talking like a rom-com right now, but it's like it takes time for the rom-com to develop. It takes time for the plot to unfold. So you need to be a little bit more patient just with this connection. And then be the real you. I think this is such a beautiful card where you are being called to show your true colors, to be the real you, to be your real self in front of this other person, because they are going to fall in love with you just the way you are. I'm hearing that song, "You're insecure, don't know what for." It's you have no need to be insecure at all. You have no need to doubt this at all, because again, this is divinely orchestrated. This is meant to be. This is a soulmate union that you've manifested for yourself. And in this connection, you can be your true self with this other person. You don't have to pretend to be someone that you're not. You don't have to play up any sort of facade. There is no need for any sort of game playing in this connection, period. You just need to be the real you, so that you can freely fall in love with this other person in this beautiful soulmate union connection. That's what I'm seeing here. And then last but not least, we have number 9, don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can strive again. I feel like for those of you who have been burned before by someone else, who have had heartbreaks, or who have had experienced betrayals with other people, with other connections in your life, this is Spirit saying that don't worry, this time things are going to be very different. With this 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups here, I feel like this might be your forever person per se. This is definitely going to be a significant long-term connection for you. So don't let your past hold you back. Don't let what happened in the past hold you down. And instead, still be open to receiving all the blessings, still be open to receiving this new love into your life. That is what Spirit is encouraging you to do. They're saying, please do not give up on this connection. Just be a little bit more patient, and you will see how this connection is completely different. It is like literally otherworldly for you. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to defy all expectations. And it's just going to be a very beautiful, very straightforward connection. And it is meant to be here to make you happy. You have earned this connection. It's here to finally grant your wish, to make you happy. And that's it. And simple as that. So that's what I'm seeing. And I think that's all the messages that I have for you today, my dear group number 4. Thank you so much for listening to this reading, for being here, for sharing your energy with me. Please, if you did resonate with this reading, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so that you'll never miss a reading that I upload in the future. And if you do have any specific topics, any specific readings that you would love to see more of on this channel, please do leave those recommendations in the comment section down below as well. I've been trying to come up with a more consistent schedule of posting, and I'll definitely take any recommendations into consideration for sure. Well, thank you so much for being here. Please take good care of yourself, and I hope to see you again really soon in the next reading. Bye-bye!